I used to be ashamed of not drinking alcohol. I used to think that, oh, I'm such a nerd. Cannot have a couple beers once in a while. Cannot have a, I don't know, shot or whatever they call it. That used to be the case. When people talked about alcohol here in university, for example, I was always getting very nervous because I didn't want to receive the question, do you want to go out and drink with us? Because then I would have to tell them, no, I don't drink. And in university it's pretty tough because not only does everyone drink, every single person is expected to drink. And the ones that don't, well, they simply don't exist. I may not have talked to a ton of people at university, but I haven't found anyone who doesn't drink. Even the most focused students, they still go out and have a few drinks once in a while. And my view on alcohol has changed a lot in the past few years. Because I used to be very, very afraid of it and scared. And I didn't want people to find out that, hey, I'm not having that. But during a short period of time, I was also just laughing, just having fun at people that drank alcohol because, hey, they are drinking this liquid. It's gonna worsen their lives. It's been proven. It's scientific fact that your skin gets worse, that your brain gets worse, that you just... I can make a whole list on that. Perhaps I should. Your life just gets worse when you drink alcohol. Oh, but the benefits, the social benefits, I'm getting them elsewhere. I don't need to have a drink with some alcohol in it to get social contacts and have a good life. No, I don't need that. So I used to look down on people who didn't drink. I think that all peasants, they're having this poison and they're deliberately filling up their mouths with it. That's pretty funny. But now I've grown more, become more mature, and so I no longer look down on people drinking. I still think it's bad for them, and I don't agree with them doing that. And if I could save anyone from drinking, I would do that, because I think that it is not a good thing. It's something that's gonna eventually tear your life apart. And it is a part of why so many people fear their 30s. That, oh no, I'm 30 years old, my life starts to decline. You made it decline in a lot of ways. Well, you didn't hit the gym for consistently and just work out and all that. Sure, but alcohol consumption affects you a lot. Compare the skin of one who hasn't been drinking to one who has gone out and had a few drinks each month. Compare their skins to each other. And yeah, sure, not the one-to-one comparison, but whatever. You're gonna notice who has been drinking and who has not. It's kind of like, do I accept fat people? Yeah, I do, but obviously they're gonna have it a lot worse through their lives. Not just on a day-to-day basis in terms of just living, functioning, which is gonna be worse, but also their life, their longevity is gonna be way shorter. They have a higher chance of dying from heart disease and so on. So it's kind of the same view I have on alcohol. Hey, you are kind of killing yourself. It kind of is like a poison. I like the comparison a lot, because a poison may not necessarily kill you straight away, but you get poisoned, and after a while it starts to wear you out to the point where you just give up. Your body stops functioning, you die. And this poison, this alcohol, it slowly but surely kills you. But back to me when I was afraid of talking about that hey, I don't drink alcohol. It used to be pretty funny when I met other people at university and we just had a nice talk and they didn't know me very well. Because if they knew me, they know that, hey, I'm advocating against drinking alcohol. But so I was talking about them, and the question was never, oh, do you drink? The question was always, oh, were you out last night? Oh, are you gonna go out tonight and have a few drinks. And I was kind of like, nah, not really. Because I couldn't just tell them, hey, nah bro, I'm not drinking anything. I'm staying off alcohol. It was always like, oh no, I wasn't out this past weekend either. Hey, I haven't been drinking alcohol for 21 years, I think it is. My entire existence. And that does not mean that I got some alcohol straight away when I was born. It means that I've never been drinking it. It's wonderful. I love that. It's so great. You can never, if you're a drinker, you can never imagine how it feels like to not drink. That's all I'm saying. Now though, instead, it's much more that, yeah, I don't drink. I'm proud of that. Because hey, even though I'm not going out and partying with the others and seeing how they behave, I still see people that drink and that are drunk, and it's kind of embarrassing in a lot of ways how they behave. To see a human being kind of like handicapping themselves for an evening, walking around just talking weird stuff. They have no ability to see what's risky and what's not, so they do lots of stupid stuff. I've always found it kind of weird and awkward to see people who drink a lot. And the fact that people must drink in order to be able to be social, that's just another thing, just mind-blowing to me. Like, hey, we used to be kids, interact with each other and have fun for so many years until you guys turned 15 years old, because then it was just alcohol. After that point, the alcohol was the only fun you had. Isn't that funny, by the way? That we used to have so much fun throughout all childhood, but once we start drinking, okay, then nothing else is fun. So we're trading off everything that's fun for this one thing that is fun. Yeah, I don't understand either. I think that just accepting other people that they do drink and that they're allowed to do so, it's their choice, is just the way to go about things. Because you could always make the argument that everyone who doesn't go to the gym, work out, they are also taking some kind of poison, since their life will get worse. The longevity will be a lot shorter. And hey, everybody who doesn't optimize their diet, they're gonna have a worse diet. The food they eat is gonna be of less quality, so they're also taking some kind of poison. So really, it's only this one guy who optimizes everything that is the one who doesn't drink poison. He will take a little bit of it. Or it's just life, we're supposed to die. I don't know, what do you think? So with that in mind, that, oh, alcohol may kill us, but there are so many other things to kill us as well. Like if you sit down in your chair for way too long, I don't know how long, but if you just, I think sitting for 8 hours or something is very dangerous, because that's gonna take away some years from your lifespan. And that's pretty rough, right? But so many people still sit most of the day. Because we have our work, we gotta sit down. And I'm doing that as well. It's very hard to attack somebody based on something that, hey, you drink alcohol, you are this terrible, because there are so many things we do that are just gonna kill us. It's pretty, I wasn't meant to say this, it just came to my mind. Just how, I don't know what to say really. It's sad and interesting at the same time. So many things actively lower our lifespan, and alcohol is one of them. And I may not always be able to choose to not sit and work, because I have university, I have other work, and I gotta sit and read and such. So sometimes we don't have that choice, but with alcohol we do. And I highly advise you, recommend you, but I won't force you to stop drinking alcohol if you do. Trade offer. I get your subscription, you get more advice like this. Sounds pretty fair? Sounds pretty good? What are you waiting for? Every single time somebody offers you a drink, say no. No,